in there. What are your aspirations for the club this season?
Well, I think, I'm a very ambitious guy. I want to coach at the highest level. Probably as a player, I let myself down, so I want to coach at the highest level. And at Stenhousemuir, they've given me a platform, but I want to, get Stenhousemuir in the first division. As I say, I'm very ambitious, and I know the club want to get to the first division. I think it'll be the first time in their history.
How do you take a second division club and take them up to division? Presumably SPL is where a club like Stenhousemuir wants to be. How do you take a club that size?
Well, I think it's step by step. When Davy Irons and myself took over, the club were rooted at the bottom of the table. League positions don't lie, so the players maybe weren't up to the standard that we were looking for, so we had to empty a good few of the players, and we brought in players that we felt were good enough. Last season, we just fell short in the last day of getting into the playoffs. We've again had to let players go, and we've added again who we felt that could be good enough to win the league. So I think it's step by step, and you learn each year. Who's capable. It's not all about pretty football. We feel that on our surface we can pass anybody off the pitch, but in the winter nights when you go to Albion Rovers, it's a wet night. You need players to roll up the sleeves, and work hard, as well as have good players that's good footballers.
You mentioned there about finance and bringing players in. What kind of a budget do you work with on a sort of season by season basis?
Well, I think the budget at Stenhousemuir is similar to the other teams in the division. It's a well-run club. It's a well-run community club. You'll probably see that when we're not training, the youth teams are training. When they're not training, then it's out for let, and it's a business. So it brings in revenue that. In terms of figures, I couldn't tell you the actual figures.
So some part of the thing that we're doing with the supporters directors, we're talking to football fans about their views on league reconstruction. What do you think as a second division club? How did this summer affect you in terms of?
Well, probably it didn't affect us, really, but I think for the nation that we are, I think 3 divisions is a bit much. That's just my personal opinion. I think that we should go to something like 16 teams in each. But as far as obviously what happened in the summer, I think that we get criticised as a nation, with Celtic and Rangers in the SPL, to put Rangers down into the 3rd division. I don't think it enhances our reputation as a nation.
So do you think that league reconstruction is one of those issues perhaps that if changed it could help develop Scottish football from the bottom up?
I think it has to. I think reconstruction will benefit, rather than teams playing each other 4 times a season, where you get to know players inside out, their qualities, their weaknesses. I think playing them twice a season would certainly benefit, and there'd be a lot better quality.
The last thing was, how important do you think it is that a club like Stenhousemuir and other clubs across Scotland that have a big community feel to them, like Stenhousemuir do and like Stirling Albion do?
Yeah, well, I think it's important. I think it's the way ahead. That the finances in Scotland, are getting lower and lower. So I think bringing your own players through is certainly for Stenhousemuir should be the way ahead, especially when you've got a community and you've got a full youth set up at a part-time club. You've got to obviously look at what you've got within, rather than paying money to bring players in.